This message is for Kaya, my neck and my back, Kaya. I love your show, by the way. And hey, TS, I think that you're absolutely gorgeous. I know you guys had me on the docket. I don't know what time y'all gave me, because I know y'all be giving me the time. Hopefully y'all gave me probation, because I'm a fan of the show. I enjoy your show. I think your show is hilarious. As far as fans and people wondering, Delicious, are you mad? You know, because Kaya, you know, she wouldn't know. That's what she does. That's what you do, Kaya. You know that's what you do, girl. You go in and you say whatever you feeling. And everybody has the right to their own opinion, especially when this is funny. Like I said, I'm a fan of the show. I love watching it. I think you guys are hilarious. Keep doing what you do. And keep talking about me. Hey, I appreciate the conversation.
Now that was Delicious from Flavor of Love. Way back, child. If you guys don't know, Kaya and T.S. Madison, of course, they have a show on YouTube called The Queen's Court. And, well, you know, they do it on Facebook Live, I believe, and then, you know, they transport it to all the social media, whatever. But Queen's Court is a big thing now. So shouts out to Kai and T.S. Madison. But anyway, they had Delicious on the docket, and basically the topic of discussion was Delicious and her cosmetic surgery. Now, Delicious does look different than what she used to look like. She claims that she hasn't had any work done on her face, rather. That on her nose she got contour, and that's why she looked like the way that she do. I do like Delicious. I've always liked Delicious, but I don't necessarily believe that. But I don't know. But I do want to say, you know, I just appreciate Delicious, because she's always been a cool girl, and I thought she was always beautiful. And so, you know, it's fun to see her like take what they say lightly, and you know, just be like, you know, it's just laughs and jokes and all that good stuff. Sorry about this camera keep freezing, y'all. Okay, so hopefully y'all heard that message from Delicious. And remember, everything that I talk about will always be in the bottom bar below, unless I say otherwise, okay? Now, in case you didn't know, this is Chalaki News, darlings, where we talk about everything pop culture related, entertainment-wise, any and everything that we want to talk about. Whatever's going on in the world, and what I feel is important to talk about, that's what we're going to talk about. Now, first things up, darling. Super Bowl. Did y'all watch the Super Bowl? Child, I was watching some on Channel 8. It was hosted by Patti LaBelle. It came on a few years ago. And, you know, it was about 70s and 80s soul singers. And they had the Shy-Lights performing, the Emotions. Who else? Was talking about Cheryl Lynn. You know, all those 70s, you know, soul R&B groups. Who was another one? The Commodore. No one, the Commodores. Was it the Commodores? I think it was the Commodores. Shy-Lights, the Manhattans, the yes. Anyway, it was everything, and so that's why I was watching instead of Super Bowl. But I did flip back in between. Now, apparently Pink performed the national anthem. I did not know that Pink was performing the national anthem, but she released a public statement saying that she had the flu. She was a little under the weather, child, but she went on ahead and did her obligations, because, you know, whatever light bill company you pay your money to, they don't care nothing about your sickness or nothing. You got to get them lights in. You got to pay them bills. They'll put your newborn baby out on the street, you know. But I have to, you know, warm the milk up. It don't matter. Everything's total electric. Okay. Well, it don't matter. You can't warm the baby milk up because you didn't pay that light bill. So, you know, I'm sorry, everything total electric. And, you know, the baby just ain't gonna have no milk, but you didn't pay the light bill. So whatever. You know, they don't care. So Pink had to go out there and get her get her shmoney and get her things together. So Pink did the national anthem. They said that she did it similar to Whitney Houston's. Pink is an artist that I love. And she's also hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Black History Month. Come on, Black History Month. Guys. So she, did it after Whitney Houston's iconic Super Bowl performance. I did watch the performance, and I enjoyed it. I think Pink is a great singer. I've always kind of wanted Pink to go back to R&B just for one album, and then gone back to pop rock shop, but she just won't do it. Even when she performed live, even when she performed on her tours, they say she doesn't do songs from her first album, which I do have, called All the Way Home, Take You the Way Home, There You Go. Y'all know it. There you go, looking pitiful, just because I let you go. And most girls want a man with the bling bling. That was my album, child. But yeah, I love Pink. Pink can sing down. And even with the flu, she sounded better than half these girls out here that's good and healthy, child. Some of these healthers ain't even got a paper cut, and they sounding awful. I thought I should have filled that up before I started this video, child. I'm gonna get to talking and my mouth gonna get dry. There ain't no cough drops around. Anyway, so shouts out to Pink. So also the Super Bowl performance. Who performed? Justin Timberlake. Because I ain't counting about who was playing. Justin Timberlake. So Justin Timberlake apparently had a conversation with the legendary drummer Sheila E., an artist. And Sheila E. was very good friends with Prince. And she expressed to the world that Prince told her at one point in time that he did not want a hologram of himself when he passes away. And so Justin Timberlake reached out to Sheila E. because, their connection, and found out that he was like, yeah, there won't be a hologram of the one and only Prince. But what Justin Timberlake did was he had this big screen, and Prince's image was behind it, of a video or him performing or whatever. He was playing at the piano, Justin Timberlake. I do like Justin Timberlake as an artist. I think that he is extremely talented. But I feel like he's only talented because he has studied the greats to the max. And he is another person that capitalizes of black culture and black music, and people let him. And so it's just like, I really don't know. I don't have much for him. I really don't know what to say. But he's one of those. Like, he get a couple of black people to co-sign him, a couple of black people to stand by him, a little Timberland, a little Pharrell, whatever. And, he's pushing to the culture once again. But then he push on back. And leave when they get ready. So, altogether though, minus everything I just said, the performance itself was tired and through. I felt absolutely nothing from the performance. It was just boring to me. This is probably one of the most boring Super Bowl performances that I can think of. Katy Perry's Super Bowl performance was more entertaining than Justin Timberlake's. And we all know what Katy Perry gives. Not much of nothing. But, Katie's was more inspiring and uplifting and cooler than Justin's. It was just tired and through. He had not one black person behind him. For the most part, maybe a few here and there. You would think, since all his music is R&B based and all that, he would have a whole slew of black people behind him, like Bruno. But no, child. So I say, well, I just don't know. I was expecting, I was hoping that Janet was going to come out, because he definitely owes Janet a redo. Even though it was an accident, he capitalized off that whole Janet ripping the titty out controversy. He capitalized off that, while Janet's career took a decline. But of course, you can't keep a good wench down. You can't keep a good person down with the talent. And for God's sake, she's a Jackson. So she's always going to rise back to the top, darling. But yeah, her career definitely took a big dive from that. And you know, at one point he was like, you know, for a glimpse, he was just like, oh, I feel so bad about it. Then the next thing, he was just like, you know, I don't feel bad about it. It wasn't my fault, you know. So, you know, there's no way that you can get me to understand as to why his career rose while hers fell down. You know, the reason is because she's a black woman and he's a white man, straight up and down. Bruno Mars once again. So, I was hoping that he was going to bring Janet out to be like, okay, you know, and was kind of going to, you know, do the whole thing again, but she was going to do one of those numbers and perform, but, you know, no. But then, of course, I was reminded that he felt like he didn't do anything wrong. And I was also shocked that Justin did not bring out NSYNC. I thought that the performance would have been way better if he would have brought out NSYNC, seeing as how that's his foundation. Beyonce, you know, wasn't too big to bring out Destiny's Child, so why couldn't you bring out your foundation, which was NSYNC? Yeah, she was the lead singer, but so what? You know, so he obviously wanted it all to be about him, and it was a bomb. It was a flop in my part, because although Justin Timberlake had some hits and some good songs, they just wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't like Super Bowl befitting. They just wasn't that big to me to be entertained by it. Okay, does that make sense? So yeah, y'all tell me in the comments anything I talk about, of course, but y'all tell me in the comments what y'all thought about Justin Timberlake's Super Bowl performance. Yes, child. Okay, so what else is going on? Tammy Roman, she has issues with The Real Daytime. She has expressed that she has not watched The Real Daytime since Tamar Braxton left. And I can concur with that, darling, because every once in a while I watch a little clips of them, but I don't really sit down and watch them at all, you know. Tamar got some mess with her as well, but Tamar was definitely probably the realest one out of all of them. I'll say that because, you know, although it's called The Real, they can't really be real. They still have to be politically correct on everything. There's still certain things that they dilute. And certain things that they don't give the real on how they personally feel. They're very general questions, you know. So, and that's not real to me. So whatever. But anyway, apparently, Tammy Roman, she had made a video. Y'all know she has the Bonnet Chronicles, and she was talking about Kim Kardashian and basically saying that we're sick of seeing all your body parts displayed across the internet for the world to see. It's tired and through. We tired of that thing. We've seen your insides in and out, and we're tired of it. It's exhausting. You have 3 kids. Do better. But then I was reminded once again in my head that this is just who she is. This is the foundation of who she is. She can have 20 kids. You know, she can be married to whomever she's married to. You know, this is who she is. You know, she, you know, no real disrespect, but I mean, in my opinion, she has no real talent. Most of them don't. If not any of them, Kardashian Jenners have any real raw talent at anything. So this is what she gave us to the world, and this is what she's going to continue to do to her passing day. So hell. But basically Tammy said that we're tired of seeing you and you have accomplished so much and you don't need to show the world your body anymore. You are a mother, you've built an empire, and you need to do better. That's basically what Tammy Roman said. But apparently they showed a clip of her on The Real, and basically they was kind of clowning Tammy, basically, you know, saying that she's hating, or they was trying to throw shade at Tammy or something. I did not see the real clip, and neither did Tammy, which was a little odd to me. Because I was just like, Tamala, why didn't you watch the actual real clip from the show? But, you know, hey, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and research it. Maybe I won't. But I will definitely put the link of when Tammy's talking about it in the comment section below. But speaking of the Kardashians, Khloe and Kendall they posted a photo on Instagram of them being pregnant together. Kylie has not. Did I say Kendall? Not Kendall. Oh, Kendall's a lesbian. She's the lesbian one. Sorry. Allegedly. I like Kendall. Kendall's my favorite. Anyway. Chloe had left a photo of her and Kylie, and they're both pregnant at the same time, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like my sister this, and I'm happy for you, and yada to yada. It's been speculation that Kylie was pregnant. We ain't seen her in forever, and she's definitely pregnant. That's them too. Well, she definitely was pregnant. Kylie had her baby February 1st. A little girl, 8 pounds and 9 ounces. No word on what the little girl's name is. Kylie released a YouTube video talking about everything. Talking about the whole pregnancy and why she decided to not reveal the pregnancy earlier to the people, and she wanted to keep this private, and yada to yada. They say the father is Travis Scott. It'd be funny if the father is Tyga. Anyway, so yeah, the Kardashian clan is definitely Kardashian Jenner clan is definitely spreading like wildfire. They're having all these little black kids, but not exposing them or getting them in touch with their black culture, but anyway. So yeah, congratulations to Kylie and little Travis Scott. Yeah, hopefully they make it. Hopefully they stick it out and work it out, but who knows? Who's to say, darling? Just another victim in that sunken place, child. Kanye's the leader of the pack, and no, first it was Lamar. Well, first they tried to make it be Reggie, but Reggie got out. But there's still a touch of him that's still there, because he went out and got a wife that looked similar to Kim and had kids that looked like North and Saint. But anyway, after that, there was Lamar. Lamar sunken down to the ground, then Kanye, then Tyga, and now this Travis Scott. So just reeling them all in, child. It's just, I just don't know. But congratulations. With all that shade, congratulations. All right, no congratulations. Every baby is a blessing, truly. So yeah, I don't know when Chloe's gonna have her child. I don't know if she's gonna have a boy or girl or whatever. Little Mason is the oldest, and then Penelope and North, they're playmates. Saint and Rain, Courtney's little youngest son, is gonna be little playmates. Little Dream, she gonna have a little playmate with Kylie, baby. So it would have been so weird if Kylie would have got pregnant by Tyga, because she would be the stepmama to one child and the auntie to the other one, and Rob would be the uncle and the stepdad. It's too much. It's too much. We'll see though. I'm sure this is gonna be a show, child, called The Cousins or something, with all the Kardashian kids, with all the Kardashians and their kids, all together, and all of them, the cousins. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be some kind of show behind it, child, because it's all about the money with those folks. Okay, Cardi B. Cardi B says that she was happier when she wasn't so famous. She said she was happier when she wasn't so famous. I kind of agree with Wendy Williams when she spoke about this on her show, when she said that Cardi B, you're complaining a little too early. And I kind of agree with that. But then again, once I thought about it, I'm not famous at all. So I can just, not yet. So I can just imagine, how it would be famous people following you around, yada to yada. But it's interesting to me because there's many famous people in this world, but people don't really pay attention to them. They live their own normal lives for the most part. But they're famous. The paparazzi aren't following them around, yada to yada. So It'll be interesting to see Cardi B's concept on being famous once her light dims a little bit, when she's not that focused on anymore. It's probably not going to come anytime soon, but everybody has their time to shine, and then they have their time to, their light dims a little bit. They're not as famous. We're living in a time where it's what have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. It was Janet Jackson Appreciation Day, the 4th of February, so yesterday. So, yes, Janet. You guys tell me what's your favorite Janet Jackson songs and what's your favorite Janet Jackson album. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, it's very interesting to hear that. If I was famous, I don't think I would want people following me around all the time, and the fact that you have no real privacy, and that would get on my nerves really bad. But sorry about the glitching, y'all. That would get on my nerves really bad. But as far as the famous part in terms of not having to struggle anymore and all that kind of stuff, I think that's part great. But they say Cardi done signed her Illuminati papers, so Cardi gonna be making millions for years to come. That's just what they say, allegedly. Alleged. Everything that I say is alleged. I ain't got no money for you to come after. I ain't even got my tax money back yet. I ain't even filed yet. I might not file like Wesley them and see what happens. But yeah, so shouts out to Cardi B. Just take it one day at a time, sis. Tell them people to get out your face, and if you don't want to take no pictures, don't take a picture. If I ask you for a picture, you don't want to take a picture. Yes, I'm going to think that you're rude, and I'm probably going to do a video about you. But, don't take it to heart, child. Don't take it to heart. Okay, what else is going on, child? Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She's working on new music. I guess she's going to be the next rap superstar out of the franchise. So lately they've been producing some stars from Love and Hip Hop. So we'll see. Shouts out to Tommy Lee and all her shenanigans. That thing is crazy. What else did I want to talk about, darlings? Shouts out to Tavon Martin. He would have been 23 years old today. Today is his birthday. Marks his 23rd birthday. So, shouts out to Trayvon Martin. May you rest in peace. We will honor your name from days to come, from here until forever. And God bless his family. Only imagine. Okay, now I think I pretty much talked about everything. Besides, there's one more very important thing I want to talk about. But let me get into really quick the Essence Festival lineup, child. Just to throw this out there. Who they say gonna be on there? They say on the Essence Festival, child, headliner Janet Jackson. We got Mary J. Blige. We got Escape. We got Miguel. We got Fantasia. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's doing a gospel album, child. What y'all think about that? Going from Gin and Juice to Am I Living in Vain? I guess. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, a Tribe Called Quest, Dougie Fresh, Blackstreet Guy, Teddy Riley Experience, child, New Jack Swing, darling. It is. Listen, this Essence Festival is finna be lit. And I really want to go. I'm really thinking about going. I'm trying to get my friends to go because I don't want to go by myself. So I just don't think it's that safe to travel by yourself anymore. And there's a lot of people that be out here, they trying to get me, child. I logged into my Facebook account earlier and I could not. It said they didn't know who I was, child. I guess it was somebody reporting my Facebook or somebody hating on the stuff I post. It's some child. They don't want your boy to win, but they ain't gonna hold me down. They ain't gonna hold me down. They're not gonna hold me down. I'm always gonna rise back up because I'm a good person. I walk with God, and I give life to myself and to the people. And so you can't hold me down, especially not on Black History Month. You're not gonna hold me down. I ain't gonna be no punk. You ain't gonna scare me now. That's not what you gonna do now. So yes. So, yeah, the Essence Festival is going to be lit. I'm trying my best to go July 5th through the 8th. And I want all the tickets. I want all the tickets. I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. I want it all. Okay, so last thing I'm gonna talk about is this whole Monique thing, child. Monique done shook the hell out of the internet, child. Monique. I want to give a shout out to my girl on Twitter, Marie Too Cool. That's Marie, the number 2, and then it's cool. So shouts out to you, Marie Too Cool. Send me the links and all the conversation that we had, darling. Yeah, appreciate you so much for watching my videos. So I want to talk about last thing. I want to talk about Monique. Monique is just going around the world, child. And it's just a mess. It's just a mess. I'm very torn with the entire situation. But I just want to talk about a few things. Now, John Murray is apparently a gossip columnist, and he have recently spread some news about Monique. He basically had the conversation that Monique he basically had the receipts saying that on the Almost Christmas movie that Monique was on with Danny Glover, Gabrielle Union, Kimberly Elise, etc., etc., he had apparently an email that Will Packer sent out saying that Monique was difficult, that she was treated his people like crap, that she was a trash box and all kinds of stuff. She was the most difficult people. She always wanted more money, and all that kind of stuff. And I watched the entire video. Now, his video was very believable until Sister Monique had some receipts of her own. Now, mind you, the whole entire time that John Murray was speaking, not one time did he show the camera what he was looking at. But Monique recently, she tagged John Murray and she released this statement on her Instagram, which is apparently an email conversation between her and Ricky and the whole Netflix deal, and the fact that they did actually offer her $500,000. Child, I know y'all can't read that. I can barely read it my damn self with glasses on. I don't do little writing. But just to read a part of it, Netflix original stand-up special featuring Monique artist, 1 hour special. For the above, I can offer a talent fee of $500,000 with Netflix also covering the production budget $310 for an all-in fee of $810. Yeah. So anyway, basically, John Murray was saying that he had that Monique would have to audition. They wanted Monique to audition, and if she was to audition and they liked what they saw, they would then up her $500,000 to $3 million. But Monique was just like, why do I have to audition? Nobody else had to audition. And she made a good point. She was like, if it was Roseanne Barr or Rosie O'Donnell or somebody, would they have to audition? And I was just like, that's a good point, beloved. And they said they see Monique as a legend and all that stuff. But of course, so Monique also revealed that she met John Murray one time, and it was years ago when her and Kim Whitley was friends, and apparently they was in the back of a limo. This was years ago. I think before she got with her husband, before she married her husband. I think they've always known each other. And she was in love with Gerald Levert. She liked Gerald Levert, and she was expressing to Kim Whitley and John Murray at the time, which was Kim's friend, that how much she loved Gerald Levert. Just having a casual conversation. And apparently, John Murray, he went back and exposed everything Monique said in Sister to Sister magazine way back in the day. Everything she said. So Kim Whitley basically set Monique up to spill all her tea, while this journalist, wrote down and talked about everything that Monique said in a private conversation. Monique did not tell him he could release this information, nothing. And I'm sure he ran this information past his friend, Kim Whitley, but she didn't reveal to Monique that John was shady and that what he was trying to do to you. So it's really unfortunate. Monique also revealed the story of Hattie McDaniels from back in the day. She was the first woman to win an Oscar, I believe. And how there was this black guy that was trying to destroy her and saying that, she's not, basically defaming her name and, saying all kind of awful things about her. And so I will say that I think that it's messed up that when I see black people come for other black people, because when you think about it, there are some people that stand with Monique. But the people who are clowning Monique the most is other black people. And I do agree with Monique in the sense that black people, we don't stick together. I've always said that. We don't stick together at all. Other races stick by each other. We just won't. Unless we know you personally or unless something personally affect us, most of us just don't give a damn. And that's just how it is. And that's just the way love goes. Janet, once again. So Monique done produced her receipts. Now, I will say this though. I think that it's hard for people to talk to Monique because she can be a little belligerent at times. And so I listening to her interviews, watching the interviews, seeing everything that's been going down, it's very hard for people to interview Monique because when you ask her a question, when you talk to her, she asks you a question back, and so that kind of back and forth, and that can often turn into an argument. But I will say that even though she can be a little belligerent, everything that she's saying is not. I don't see. I listen. Everything that she's saying so far is true. In my opinion, people just don't want to. People don't want to mess up their money. That's really what it boils down to. So I'm all over the place with this whole Monique thing, y'all. Now, will I get a Netflix? I don't know. It's it's not even about Netflix in my opinion. As of right now. It's just the whole principle of equal rights and just standing up for something and not falling for anything. So in that sense, I do stand with Monique. But pretty much to end everything, I just want Monique to work. I think that's what we all want Monique to do. Is to work and to continue working. And just create her own. I'll support you, Monique. And I think that a lot of people will as well. If they just, it's just time to work at this point. They ain't giving you, they're not giving you what they want, and they never will. We're living, it's just the world. It's just the world that we live in as black people. We'll never have complete equal rights of anything. I don't care what nobody say. Especially when it comes to expecting them to give you something. Like, no, you're going to have to work 200,000 times as hard. So I don't necessarily know how long this whole thing is going to last. But I'm rocking with Monique as of right now. But I do think that Monique definitely is wrong in the sense of her coming after certain people like Roland Martin. Now, I know for a fact Roland Martin is a whole lot, but I know for a fact that Roland Martin, he definitely has done a lot for black people. So her coming at Roland Martin, obviously that was her coming at Roland Martin was just crazy to me, and I was just like, well, maybe something happened behind the scenes, because she had an interview with Roland Martin. So I'm guessing that something happened behind the scenes with Roland Martin as to why she kind of came for him on Twitter. So I was just like, so that was just, you know, a little weird, but I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole Monique thing. What do y'all want from Monique? What do y'all expect for her to do? What is the best option at this point? What is the best road for Monique to take? But, you know, like I said, it's unfortunate. This John Murray guy, he really has something against Monique. Monique has produced some receipts, and we all about receipts and facts. At this point, and John Murray, he wasn't doing nothing but reading his nephew's homework to the screen, talking about Monique. So, and she also talked about the story of her being difficult on the set of Almost Christmas. Will Packer, the producer, said she was difficult and all that. She was mean to her employees. Monique said no, he just had certain employees that was like out of line. She talked about this one white lady who came into her dressing room, just opened the door and came into her dressing room, then knock, nothing. Just opened the door and came into her dressing room. She was, you know, could have been unclothed or anything. She was just like, I just don't. She was just very rude, and I was just like, yeah, I would agree with that. So I don't know, y'all. It's just a whole lot going on. I will say this: it would be very upsetting if I found out that Monique is just doing this just for her own selfish reasons, just because she want more money. I would like to think that she's doing this for everybody, and so I'm gonna go with that for right now. Okay, I do love Monique. I do think she's a legend. I do think that, you know, her and Sydney are it's a trip at times. It's a whole lot of. But ultimately, she's standing up for us all, and you know that's truly what I do believe. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. And I do think that black women in general are the most disrespected people, and the most copied people, and you know, black women has been treated like crap for years, and I will agree with that, and I think that y'all have to agree with that as well. We all know how the scale goes: white men, white women, black men, black women, and let's not even include the other races and throw them in there. And black women would still be at the bottom according to the world and standards in America, and we know how this goes. It's been like this for years. So yeah, I just work, Monique. Just work. But on a lighter note, they say Monique is coming on the Queen's Court with TS and Kaya, so that's going to be exciting. So anyway, with all that said, y'all, I've been talking a long time. With all that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at @ScenesWar Instagram and Twitter. At @ScenesWar89 on Snapchat. Chase Kim on Facebook and all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.